This is not your average green bean casserole that you throw on the table at Thanksgiving. We're going to make the best traditional green bean casserole you've ever eaten. Okay, so what we're going to do for our green bean casserole is I have some fresh green beans. Let's see how many. We have a 12-ounce bag of fresh green beans. And we're going to cut them up. And then we're going to boil them. Okay, so we're going to chop these up, kind of like line them up a little bit and make sure there's no ends, you know, like little stems or anything on them. We don't want that in our green beans. We're just going to do like you would if you were using canned. Now, you can make green bean casserole with canned beans, but for this year, I wanted to show you how to make them so they're fresh, from scratch, and so delicious. Like if you were going to a 5-star hotel with green beans, with a green bean casserole. Okay, so I have rinsed off my green beans. I went ahead and rinsed them off. And now I'm going to put them in a pot and I'm going to let them cook for about 15 minutes. Okay, so we don't need a lot of water. We only need to fill this pan about, I don't know, maybe a fourth of a way full. And we're just gonna boil them for about 15 minutes. We're gonna bring it to a boil and cook them for about 15 minutes. And then we're gonna make our filling for our green bean casserole. But we're not using bacon. We are using a smoked turkey leg. It's going to give it so much flavor. We're going to take the skin off of it. And it's going to blow your mind. We don't need a lot because the smokiness of this leg is going to give us a lot of flavor. And I'm going to use these smoked legs in my gravy. So now we're going to put in just a little bit of oil, probably about 1/4 of a cup, maybe 1/2 of a cup. And we're going to fry our own onions. We're not going to use the store-bought kind. We're going to make our own. Okay, we're just going to start slicing these up. So if you're in charge of the green bean casserole or you need something a little special to take, maybe you're meeting some in-laws or you want to impress someone or you just want to do it for yourself, because I like good food myself, make this. So we have our onions right here, and I just keep them in rounds. This is just the way I would do it if I was making the, you know, if I'm not sharing it with you. This is the way I'm up doing it for whatever occasion I'm making this green bean casserole for. And I just throw one in, and then I know it gets hot. I think it's ready. I just put them all right in. I'm not going to salt and pepper them. They're just going to keep them just like they are. Oh, and your house will smell so good. Okay, so we have our green beans on, and we have our onions cooking. And they're beginning to turn brown. Okay, I have a can of mushrooms and I'm going to drain them. I am going to use canned mushrooms because I don't have fresh. And I'm going to make my own cream of mushroom soup, but I do not have any fresh mushrooms. If I did, I would use them, but sometimes we do have to improvise just a little bit, and I think the can are great because they're going to be cooked anyway. Okay, I'm going to take my onions out. They are done, and it doesn't matter. All of these onions do not have to be crispy. But for the most part, they are. They're going to give this dish so much flavor. Okay, we're going to use the same pan, and we're going to just put in our mushrooms. One can of mushrooms is fine. That's all we need, one small can of mushrooms. Just going to let them cook just for a few minutes. Okay, I did drain the grease out of my pan, and we are just going to saute up our mushrooms with a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. Okay, our green beans have boiled for like 15 minutes. Okay, we have our bowl of turkey. We're just going to throw our green beans right in there. Okay, we've got our mushrooms. Okay, now we are going to take 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, and we're just going to pour it right in our mushrooms, and we're just going to stir it around. Okay, now we're going to take a cup of chicken broth, and we're going to pour it right in with our mushrooms and our flour. Just a cup. Okay, now we're going to add a teaspoon of salt, because we're going to need that salt, and a teaspoon of pepper. Just going to stir it all around. Now we're going to add 1 cup of whole milk. You don't need heavy cream or anything like that for this dish. 1 cup of whole milk will do the job. And sometimes if it's still too thick, you can add a little bit more chicken broth if you like. But that's how I make my cream of mushroom soup. And this is going to be awesome, guys. A little bit of work, a whole lot of flavor. Okay, we're just going to let this simmer just a few minutes. We don't want any flour taste in this. Let's give this a taste. So good. So now we're going to put in 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. I'm probably going to put in about 1/2 cup of chicken broth. Okay, now we're going to turn that off. Okay, guys, this is the easy part. We have our turkey, our cubed turkey right here in our pan with our green beans. Now we're going to take our cream, our homemade cream of mushroom soup filling, put right in. Now we're going to take just about 3/4 of these onions, because we're going to keep a little bit for the top. We're going to put them right in our casserole dish. This is one of my husband's favorite sides for Thanksgiving. That's why I really go all out to make it grand for him. He loves it. His mother, him, they love green bean casserole. Okay, we're going to just spray our casserole dish with just a little oil, not much, just a little bit. And now we're going to put in all of our ingredients. That turkey smells so good. Okay, we're going to take just a little bit of our green onion. We don't need a whole lot. And we're just going to put it right on the top. Look at that. Now we're going to pop it in a 375-degree oven for 30 minutes. That's it. Oh my gosh. Okay guys, we are going to try this green bean casserole. My husband's gonna flip over this. I smell the smoked turkey and it smells so good. You gotta make this casserole. Oh my gosh. This is not your average green bean casserole that you throw on the table at Thanksgiving. Guys, you're going to love this. Now, I want to say thank you for watching, for commenting, for coming into my kitchen with me. And I am really sharing with you things that I'm going to serve at my holiday meals or a Sunday meal. These are spectacular and they do take a little bit of work, but they are amazing. This green bean casserole will be something you will look forward to making every year. Not just making, but eating. It will be a side dish that people will be like, wow, really, it's good. It's going to surprise people when they taste it because of the flavors. You guys, I want to say thank you. You are the best audience on YouTube. I just don't know what my life would be like without YouTube and without you and your encouraging comments. You are the best. Sometimes I'm speechless because I don't know how to let you know what you mean to me and how much your kind words really resonate in my heart. I want to say thank you for watching, and please, you're going to enjoy making this recipe. You guys go. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.